Alrighty, so here we go. This is how we operate the Statim.
Okay. You're either going to do wrapped or unwrapped. Here's your unwrap button and your wrap button. You're going to hit the button, and then you're going to hit the start button. For any reason you need to stop it, you're going to hit the red. Okay? Filling it. You don't want to overfill the cassette, but you always want to make sure that this grate is in it. Okay? Paper side down for wrapped. Very simple. Close it. And you'll hear it click, which means it's engaged. You don't want to slam it. There's a probe in the back. You don't want to bend it. Okay? Then you're going to select your cycle, and then you're going to start it. Steam distilled water only. Okay? And the maintenance of it, if you're using it every day, you're going to want to scrub it with Barkeeper's Friend and a Scotch-Brite pad. And then you're going to rinse it off, dry it, spray it with Stat Dry, and grease it like you're greasing a pan. And that's it.
So when you were saying Barkeeper's
Barkeeper's Friend.
That is a
clean.
That's a cleaning product.
You can buy it at the grocery store.
Okay, great. And for monthly maintenance, besides, I know you mentioned daily maintenance, but monthly maintenance.
The cleaning would be like once a week. Okay, everything is listed right here. Daily, weekly, every 6 months.
Okay, great.
Every time you fill it, you want to empty your waste bottle, which is down here in the back corner. Okay?
Great.
So fill it, empty it at the same time.
So that waste bottle back there, that's only for emptying. Where do we put in? So we've got our distiller, our water distiller back here. And when we get our fresh water, where do we then pour it into? And
Through the filter.
Okay, and there's going to be a water line as you fill it up.
You're going to fill it up to the bottom of the filter. You'll see it.
Okay.
Hit the bottom of the filter. It's a pretty big.
Right, kind of like filling up a tractor gas tank. You can just
see it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. And how long does it take per cycle on average?
Well, unwrapped, I did bring you this. It has a list of your cycle times. It's going to be 6 minutes for unwrapped, 14 minutes for wrapped.
And when those items come out, they're going to be hot, so we need to make sure not. There's two things. One, we don't want to pour metal and water, cold water over metal.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And we also want to make sure that we're not putting hot items on patients' skin.
If you are using the Stat Dry and cleaning it weekly, you'll be able to open this cassette. Actually, you don't want to put it on top of there. You'll be able to open this cassette, and everything will air dry in 2 minutes.
Okay.
Okay? So as long as they're maintaining it how they're supposed to, it'll dry in 2 minutes once you open it.
Okay.
Okay? And they're not going to, it'll cool right down. So you're not going to have to worry about it coming from here to your operatory still being scalding hot.
Right. And can we put hand pieces in here as well?
This was designed for hand pieces. Don't put your hand pieces in here. Put them in here because putting them in, say, a chamber autoclave, they're going to be exposed to high heat for a lot longer time. So it's going to fry your turbines and everything. They're at that sterilization temperature for 3.5 minutes.
Okay.
Here. So you're going to save the life of your turbines a little bit.
Great. And other instruments like extraction forceps, we can use
put everything in here.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. This was originally designed for hand pieces only. Mm-hmm. And then they made the bigger one. And then the bigger one. Right. Because you use it for everything because it's so quick.
Okay, great.
You'll probably use it a lot more than you think you will.
Okay, and what's the expected lifespan if we're using it every day?
If you're taking care of it, it'll be a workhorse for you. I'll go into offices and they're 16 years old.
Oh, wow.
20 years old. And then I'll go into another office where it's 5 years old and it's destroyed because it's not being maintained.
Okay.
So as long as it's like your car, you change the oil in your car, you do routine maintenance
Right.
on your car, you do routine maintenance on all of your equipment, it'll last you a very long time.
Okay, great.
I can't stress that enough. Not just with this. When you talk to Midmark, they'll tell you the same thing with anything. With your chairs, if you take care of them, they will last a very long time.
Right.
So just maintain them to the manufacturer's specs.
Okay. They'll last until they go out of style, right?
They'll last even longer than that. Because some of the ones I see, I'm like, your patients see that?
Yeah. Well, it was funny because the cabinet guy came in here and said, "Oh, you got a new autoclave and a new Statim." I said, "Well, yeah, it's a new office." Well, you'd be surprised how many new offices I go in that they buy old, refurbished stuff.
They buy old stuff. Like even the ones with the big, like where you have to lock them shut.
You make sure there's not
Go
any
over-
childs trapped in there.
Manually open them when it tells. Yeah, you'd be surprised at the things we see.
Okay, well, hopefully.
I've seen an oven.
An oven, a real oven.
Which finally we got them into one of these. Like,
okay, good. Are there any other things that you can think of that we might need to know? I mean, all the operating instructions are here.
Yep. I'm going to bring you some of the wipes in, which are these. And I do recommend them, especially since you're a new office, for all of your countertops. It's also good for upholstery.
Okay.
Like Cava wipes, Pyrex, that kind of stuff, you cannot use on upholstery. Do you have vinyl or leather?
Leather. We can stop.